Morning. Hi guys, so the last time we spoke, it was when I woke up, I believe, and I'd had the urge for cottage cheese. Now, didn't do any videos yesterday, I was quite busy yesterday, so I think I mentioned that I went to yoga. I did yoga yesterday, which was, I love doing yoga. It really helps me recover. I did a back workout the night before. Didn't do any lower back, which I find yoga is really good for recovery, because it just helps me stretch out my muscles. And just feels good really, and it's quite therapeutic, especially if you've got a lot of stress on your life, which I always seem to be having stress no matter how much exercise I do, no matter how well I eat. My stress levels are always sky high. So it is good. In regards to recovery, I do a lot of foam rolling as well. I won't go into that too much. Well, I won't go into that at all now. So I just wanted to touch upon what I did last night with my yoga exercises. Now, I didn't do any lower back in my back workout. It was mainly upper back, like my lats, my rhomboids, a bit of traps thrown in there as well. So my upper back was sore, and it was nice to stretch that out. When you do yoga, if you've done a lower back workout and you do yoga the next day, it's like heaven. Nothing beats stretching the lower back out. So enough of that. The reason I'm doing a video is because I'm just going to run you through just some of my nutrition every day for the last couple of months. It's not something I've been doing for a long time. It's something that I've integrated into my diet. Is smoothies. Now, I never I just used to gorge food, and I used to eat as much protein, as much carbs as I could possibly get down me. But I kind of changed my approach. Rather than look decent on the outside, I wanted to function well on the inside as well. So I decided that I really needed to up my veg and my fruit intake, and in doing so, it's no bullshit. I genuinely feel like I've got more energy. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run you through a quick little example of a shake that I'd have in the morning. It's not an exact example because it varies. I normally do like 3 shakes a day, maybe sort of like morning one, pre-workout, and a one before I go to bed. Again, it depends on what I've eaten in the day, but I'll normally always have a morning shake. Now, the ingredients I'm going to show you, I'll show you why I'm using them. They do vary a little bit, like I said, because yesterday I made some homemade protein bars, and some of the ingredients that I use for that I normally put in my shake. So what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks is have the homemade protein bars as well as the shake. So obviously I'm not going to put the ingredients that I put in the bars into the shake as well, because it's too much of a good thing. So yeah, what I'll run you through briefly what I use and why I use it. Now, again, if you can't see me, or if you can't see what I'm doing, it's a pretty small kitchen, and I don't really have much room to work with. So we're going to run you through briefly. Now, I've got my blender there. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to put in some milk. I normally use about maybe 250 ml of milk. Normally gets me about, say, I don't know, maybe 10 grams of protein approximately. So I'll put that in first, okay? Now, I don't normally use milk for a pre-workout shake because I find that it fills me up quite a bit, but I'll always have it in the morning just to give me those extra calories as well. Now, the second, you have to bear with me on this because it doesn't really look like there's much in there, but it's because I haven't got that much with me. I got some spinach, okay? I always make green smoothie in the morning. Sometimes I use kale, spinach. It does vary, but I'm running a bit low. I need to do a shot, so I'm going to use the little spinach that I've got now. I've pre-washed it. I recommend that you pre-wash it yourself as well. Get rid of some of the preservatives and the fertilizers on it. So I've only got a small amount, but a small amount's better than nothing. So I'm going to pop that into the blender as well. Okay. I really underestimated green smoothies. I thought they're going to taste disgusting, but they really taste lovely, and I'm not just saying that, they genuinely do taste nice. Plus they give you all the nutrients you need. It's so easy with shakes and smoothies to get you 5 a day in, whereas before I'd struggle to get, it sounds ridiculous, but I was more concerned on just gorging on chicken and rice, rather than thinking about health benefits and things that I really needed to be eating for my inside as well. So I do find that doing smoothies is such a simple and tasty way of getting your nutrients in. One of the reasons that I opt to put apart from taste, to put my fruit into smoothies is because it sounds really weird, but I don't like the texture of eating fruit. Like a banana, for example, I love the taste of the banana, but I don't like eating a banana. It's just, I find it, I don't know, my gag reflex is terrible when I eat bananas. I don't like the texture of them. So I find when putting them into the shake, they taste so good, and I don't have to have that you know, I don't have to worry about eating them, because I'm drinking them instead. And bananas especially do add a lot of flavour to your shake. So that's my next ingredient. We've got some bananas. Now, normally, I buy a couple of bananas, I chop them into bits and put them in bags and pop them in the freezer. I haven't done that. I got a few bananas, as you can probably tell. I'm about to turn into a monkey, so you've seen it here first. The reason I haven't done it is because I got home late last night from yoga, I did a bit of a shop, really couldn't be asked to chop up bananas at about 9:30 in the night, so I'll do that later. So I just cut the banana up now, just cut it into 4 chunks. So we're going to pop some banana in. Now, banana, you're probably aware, is a good source of energy and potassium as well. It also adds a lot of flavour and nutrients to the smoothie, so I'm going to put the bananas in as well. Okay. So there we go. I'm also going to put some blueberries in as well. Now, what I buy frozen. I normally buy frozen fruit. The reason I buy frozen fruit is cheaper. So if you're on a budget, I can understand how expensive bodybuilding meals, bodybuilding supplements, foods can get, so you want to sort of save where you can. Also, they've actually got more antioxidants in them because they're frozen fresh, so they preserve all the antioxidants. Now, somebody's probably going to comment and say this is completely wrong, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that it's correct. I'm not going to go into the specifics too much because I think I'm still I'm still learning and beginning to understand the benefits of using fruit and eating fruit. I've never been a big fruit eater until recently, and I honestly find this giving me more energy. So a little cup full of blueberries, I'm going to pop them in there. You can pop them straight in from frozen. So they're gonna go in. I mentioned earlier that I don't like eating fruit. I love eating berries. Blueberries in particular, I do. I mean, blackberries I find a little bit sharp. Now, regarding my morning shake, it's not just blueberries that I use. I do use a variety of berries, depends on my mood and the day. I can use mixed berries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, cranberries. I use a bit of everything. It's just I just happened to pick blueberries because they were the first out of my freezer. So yeah, I got some blueberries in there as well. Now, what I'm also going to do, if you bear with me 2 seconds, I'm going to add some more protein. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put in 100 grams of natural Greek yogurt, 0% fat in there. Now, sorry, I'm not going to put 100 grams in. No, I am going to put 100 grams in, sorry. I think it's normally like 3 tablespoons for this particular one. And as if you look, the flash is blinding me slightly, so I can't see, but there's about 7.6 grams of protein per 100 grams, so you're getting, almost 8 grams of protein just in that. So I'm going to put 100 ml in there. I really need to buy some more spinach. Spinach, believe it or not, it does actually make it taste quite nice. Personally, anyway, I don't know whether it's a placebo effect, but so I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of this into the blender as well. Now, and I find as well the yogurt really thickens it up, and it's a good way of adding some more protein, but not adding too many calories or fat either. So it's a really healthy way of thickening your, because you don't want your smoothie to taste like water when you drink it. I mean, I've been there and it's not nice, is it? Let's be fair. So yeah, we've got 100 ml of Greek yogurt. Now, the other ingredients I normally put in my morning shake, I normally put some oats in there to get my calories and my carbs up, give me some energy for the morning as well. I know this sounds like a lot of ingredients, but you get used to it. You get used to the thickness of it. I mean, it can be too thick sometimes, but at the end of the day, I don't really care so long as I'm getting my nutrients in there for what I personally think benefits me. I normally put some oats in there, a cup of oats. I normally put some honey in there as well. It's a great natural energy booster. So I normally put oats and honey in. I also normally put, I think is an invaluable ingredient, that's peanut butter. I use 100% natural peanut butter, so there's no palm oils, nothing like that. And I don't think I've got the tub. I've just finished, I finished the tub. The reason I finished the tub and the reason I haven't put these 3 ingredients in is because, like I mentioned earlier, I made some homemade protein bars. Now, I normally put those ingredients into the shake as well. They also sweeten it up a little bit. Because I've got the protein bars, I'm not going to put them in the shake. I'm just going to, say for example, get up in the morning, eat a bar and drink a smoothie. So I'll tell you, I'll show you them. Bear with me 2 seconds. So I made about 10 of them. Now, I didn't really measure them out, to be quite honest. All I did was, I won't go into too much detail, I'll do another video about them, but what I did is I basically got some peanut butter and some honey, put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave for a minute, mix them both up till it's quite sort of soft and they thicken together. I normally use smooth peanut butter. Once I did that, I put it into another mixing bowl with some oats and some protein powder. You can use protein powder if you want, you don't have to. You get quite a bit of protein in the peanut butter anyway, but it's entirely up to you. And yeah, so this was the end result. It might look a little bit not quite square, but you can see there, that's a small one. They're a lot bigger than that. Normally they're about like, sort of like maybe that, but they're so tasty, you know, they're so tasty. And if you don't make the only reason I did it was just because rather than drinking in the morning, just drinking, I wanted something I could actually eat as well. So, but if you don't decide to make them, you can just put them in the smoothie or put those ingredients in the smoothie as well. It'll properly thicken it up, but it'll taste amazing. I swear to you, it'll taste amazing. And you've got so much protein. You've got about 30 G's of protein in there. So you know, more than enough to start the day. You've also got you got your carbs in there as well. You've got your fruits, you've got your veg. So that's a morning shake that I normally use. I'll blend it up for you now. I'll show you what it looks like. It doesn't look like the tastiest, because it's probably going to be quite green, although this might not be that green because there's not much spinach in, but trust me, you won't regret this. So I normally put the blender on for about 20 seconds, maybe half a minute. Depends really, it's just so long as there's no lumps in it. There's nothing worse than getting to the end and drinking it and finding a blueberry or something wrong. What I'll do, rather than put it in the, I normally drink out of this thing, you're not going to see the colour, so I'm going to get a glass for you, and I'm going to just pour it in a glass, and I'm going to show you, bear with me 2 seconds, I'm going to show you just the colour on it, just to give you an example. Now, if I've maybe confused you, sorry it's a little bit dirty, if I've confused you a little bit and I haven't mentioned exactly why I use particular ingredients, then it's probably because I'm not used to making videos and shit and talking in front of the camera. So if you do have any questions as to what I've missed, why I've used something or X, Y, Z, whatever, just drop me a comment and I'll try and get back to you. Now, sorry about this glass is fucking stinking. So yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, he didn't say, he said he was going to use that for whatever, and fuck, I didn't mention it. Well, it's because I forgot, straight up. So just let me know, yeah, and I'll get back to you on it, or I'll just mention it in my next video or whatever. Now, what I'll do in the next video, I'll tell you why, I'll just do a quick video on basically making those, sorry, my head's gone, making those protein bars. Now it's so simple, but what I'll do a video for you anyway, just so you can do it yourself and you don't have to trawl through pages of internet and YouTube pages. You can just have a look. I couldn't believe how simple it was. Honestly, you just put it in the fridge for an hour, you cut it out, it's simple. So what I'll do a video of that. Anyway, if you can see, See how green that is, look? It's a proper green smoothie, yeah? Do you know what? Without the honey and the peanut butter, it's still actually quite tasty. This is the first morning shake that I've made without those. And it actually does taste pretty good, to be fair. So, yeah, it's quite nice, quite nice. What I'll do a video for you, maybe a little bit later, maybe not later, I don't know. It's Valentine's Day, and I've got shit to be doing. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a session tonight. I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do shoulders tonight, I think. I'm gonna do a lot of compound exercises for that. I'll do a video for you probably, maybe not later, maybe tomorrow. I might do one later, but I'll just go into some. I'll do some more. I'll tell you what. Fucking ignore everything I just said for the last minute. I'll do a video on making those protein bars for you for next time. Okay? You won't regret this.